listen, if anybody wants to believe this fraud after all of this taking place, you deserve it. If you get scammed, you deserve it. No one else, because if all this evidence doesn't at least put some common sense into your head, I don't know what will. Welcome back, guys. Listen. I get it. Everybody's tired of hearing about Billy Carson. But man, it is just so easy to get on this dude. Like, I did not want to make another video about him. I don't. Trust me, I really don't. But it's just so easy, and it's everything's already out there. So might as well share it with you guys. But with that being said, this guy has been lying for years. Not to mention, he actually deleted that 3-hour live interview that he did. Remember the one that he basically did to counter argue about the debate and things like that, about how he was kind of manipulated into attending this debate and how everything was pretty much fake. It is just so easy that we can't stop making content about it. I mean, he just puts it out there for all of us to see. Everything is on the internet. Did he really think that none of this was going to come out or be repurposed or reused as once somebody basically caught his lie? Oh man, listen. I want to go back to the regular programming of just reacting to other videos, but this is just so easy to do. I figured I might as well share it with you guys. So let's jump right in and continue the show.
You got to be willing to read non-commodity scripts. You got to be willing to read the complete Apocrypha, the lost books of the Bible that were kept out. Did you guys know that there's a book in the Bible that's at Harvard Seminary called The Gospel of Jesus's Wife? Oh yeah. Did you know that in the Sinai Bible, which predates the King James Bible, Jesus was never even crucified?
Yeah, how'd that turn out for you, Billy? How did that turn out for you?
Guys, he lived on, got married, never got crucified. That was fabricated by the Roman Catholic Church.
All right, guys, pay attention to something here, man. Look at the date on this thing. August 15th, 2003. This man has been doing this, and you claimed all of this, but you didn't fact check any of it?
He basically just takes information that he reads somewhere and just throws it out there and pretends to be true. Like, it's just baffling to me that it took this long for anybody to actually have a debate. And honestly, I know that he was on the PBD podcast, and you know, PBD asked him, hey, listen, if we put something together to debate you, would you be up for it? And he said, yes, I'll debate anybody. Deep down, I knew he wasn't going to debate anybody, and he knew he wasn't going to debate anybody.
So it
which is why he never debated anybody until now.
seems like what people are saying about Billy is right. He just gathers information and just presents it.
I want you to get together 10,000, get together me, 1 million Christians in one place and have them start praying, and let me see if the world will change the next day. It's going to be the same planet we on. The same people are going to run out and start shooting their guns and killing people. Ain't nothing going to change. You know why? Because they're praying to deaf ears. They don't know how to pray. Prayer works, but not the way that you're praying.
You know what? You're right. I should always just go ahead and purchase one of those, what is it called? A grounding sandals is what you sell on your website. You know, just sandals you put on your feet and you walk around and all of a sudden now you're grounded. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure with that, I'll do a lot better, right?
If I take you and connect a cap to your head with electrodes on it and connect that cap to a computer to read your brain waves, an EEG, I can tell you if you're in a low frequency state or a high frequency state.
I can tell you right now that you, sir, are in a low frequency state at the moment. I know that without even doing all that BS that you got going on.
Based off of your brain waves. Until you stand up and draw a line in the sand and command your existence, command your potential, command who you are, command your outcomes to happen, you're gonna be...
How about we command the truth? Why couldn't you give that to us? You know why? Because we know, and you know, you, sir, are a fraud.
Suffering. The reason why I command my realities is because I know the power is inside of me. So I command myself. I don't get on an airplane and pray to arrive at my destination safely. I command I arrive at my destination safely.
You should have commanded that the interview with Wes would have gone a lot smoother for you. Because, man, I got to tell you, it's rough. It's rough.
Command it. Why? Because the same power of the Creator is inside of my body. I don't please help me make sure I get there right on time and I arrive safely. No, that's a slave's mentality. I'm not a slave. I got the power of the Creator flowing through every atom in my body. I'm going to command things into my prayer is I command it. That's it. I'm done. That's the whole prayer. That's the whole.
Oh no, sir, you definitely are done. I'll give you that. You got that on your own. You are finished. Listen, if anybody wants to believe this fraud after all of this taking place, you deserve it. If you get scammed, you deserve it. No one else, because if all this evidence doesn't at least put some common sense into your head, I don't know what will.
The whole prayer. There's nothing else for me to say. Stop giving your power away to these entities that hoodwinked humanity and fooled you and gave you a book that send you down to your own demise. 99.9% of Christians have never even read the entire Bible. I've read the entire Bible over 100 times, back and forth, inside and out, upside.
Okay, let's just assume that is true. Let's assume that you have read it over 100 times, yet you still couldn't comprehend anything. Just because you read it doesn't mean you understand it. Just make sure you get that, that we're clear on that.
Upside and down. I know all the information in the Bible. I've calculated and clocked and tagged and tipped all the information in there that's pertinent to my research and information that I need to learn about and know, because it's important for me to understand and know about all the topics and information and historical context in there as I dig into deeper and more ancient texts. How in the world can I know more about the Bible than you, and I'm not even a Christian?
I will say you don't know more about the Bible than anybody, because you got every single fact that you think you have is wrong.
Sure. So when you refer to the Sinai Bible, would you be referring to Codex Sinaiticus? Like the codex that comes? Okay. I actually have.
I remember when I did the reaction to this interview. It was lovely. It was lovely seeing it in real time.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
So I have it here, and its text of the Gospels reads almost identical to the modern Greek text that we develop translations from.
How in the world can I know more about the Bible than you, and I'm not even a Christian?
I found the text where I was referencing. Actually, I was misquoted. I misquoted there. It's the Gospel of Barnabas.
He fucked up.
The Gospel of Barnabas actually paraphrases Dante's Inferno, which was written in 1314. So there's a lot of internal evidences that disqualify the Gospel of Barnabas, never mind the fact that we don't have any evidence of it prior to the 14th century, and none in any other language other than Middle Age Italian Italian and Spanish.
Fraud.
But the internal content of the Gospel of Barnabas disqualifies it from being ancient. And then the fact that it's doing things like paraphrasing Dante, or it also refers to a rule of the time of Jubilee, which was changed in the Middle Ages from what it was in the biblical year of Jubilee. And it goes with the Middle Ages concept, not the ancient concept. It's not that there's debate about it, it's that it's a known forgery. I mean, no one's referring to the Gospel of Barnabas as anything other than.
If you say it's a known forgery and you're expert, I'm going to go with that.
Understand that. If you say it's a known forgery, I'm going to go with that. So basically everything that you've been preaching the last few years, it's been fake. But now that someone calls you out on it, you kind of have to admit it. I get you, bro. I get you.
How in the world can I know more about the Bible than you, and I'm not even a Christian? Did you guys know that there's a book in the Bible of the Bible that's at Harvard Seminary called The Gospel of Jesus' Wife?
The reason why we know the Gospel of Jesus' Wife, and that Karen King, who kind of vouched for it and she lost a lot of credibility, unfortunately. She's admitted that it's a fake. We can tie it directly to not copying from an ancient text, but actually copying from an online version of the Gospel of Thomas. I don't know anybody in the field of papyrology, paleography, historiography, who actually refers to these documents as being legitimate.
That's fair enough. I can respect that.
How in the world can I know more about the Bible than you, and I'm not even a Christian?
The Bible, you discover he's born of a virgin birth. When you read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, you discover that he talks about he developed the ability to incarnate at will on and in any plane that he desires. I've just done the work. I've read so much information and I've been able to put together so many dots.
You didn't come up with this. You read this from somewhere. What did you read that told you this?
The Gospel of the Holy 12.
The Emerald Tablets of Thoth don't exist.
In 1925, a man named Maurice Doreal claimed to have gone to the Great Pyramids in Giza and discovered an artifact that he called the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. And then he produced a translation of the said document. But Doreal never actually produced any evidence of any tablets, merely told people he did. Sure, you can go on Amazon and buy a supposed translation of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. But you're just reading what Doreal made up. No archaeologist or Egyptologist today thinks there is any artifact called the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. The Gospel of the Holy 12 is also a forged document.
The translation that's off is they say, well, Jesus was crucified.
Whoa.
Well, that doesn't exist in the Sinai Bible.
Let's go to Codex Sinaiticus. Now you can do this for yourself. You can go over to codexsinaiticus.org and you can click see the manuscript. This is put on by the British Library.
Sources, my guys, ladies and gentlemen, sources, actual sources.
You can go to any of the Gospels. Friends, they don't read any different. It's not like the Sinai Bible is something secret and magical. The way that it's being communicated here is if this is some secret that Billy Carson has. This is not. This is just a 4th century copy of the Bible. So you can go through the Gospels and you can read them.
You know what? We can do this for days because at the end of the day, frauds always tend to get exposed. So even if they make a lot of money in the process, I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not saying that he's not rich. He's definitely rich. But guess what? Guess what? I'd rather tell the truth and be broke than to be a effing liar and be a fraud. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Is this enough of the Billy Carson situation? Because again, I don't want to make too many videos on this, but I also want to give you guys what you guys want. But it's just so much information that at this point, it's kind of hard not to make videos about him. But you know what? I'm pretty sure he'll say something else in the near future to expose himself even more. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one, and we'll see if it's another one of those videos. But I'll see you guys later.